Hello, my name is Dave Hermens, and my wife of 57 years and I have belonged to CTK since 2013. I was a cradle Catholic and came number 10 of 11 children raised during the Depression, the Great Depression, and World War II. So we had a real poverty situation. My dad's name was Joseph, and we had nightly prayers to the Holy Family and a special devotion to St. Joseph. There were three miracles that were profound to me when I was raised. The first occurred in the early 1940s after my youngest sister was born. And my mother got very sick, was hospitalized for nearly 6 months at St. Vincent's Hospital, received the last sacraments a number of times, and somehow survived and lived for 50 more years. My second miracle was my brother Jim. His middle name was Joseph, and Jim got married at age 22, was involved in a terrible logging accident, was paralyzed from the hips down, was in the hospital for 3 months, preparing to spend a life in a wheelchair. Miraculously, he got feeling back in his feet, and within 18 months, he was back to normal or close to normal. The third miracle was an older sister who went into the convent in the 1940s, took the name of Sister Josephine. Sister Josephine had suffered when she was young from rheumatic fever that affected her heart, and consequently, she didn't take her final vows because of health conditions. And in her 60s, she had this terrible situation where she had a cardiac arrest, was without oxygen for 8 minutes, went in the hospital, was in a coma and on life support for several days. Finally, it was decided to disconnect her. After her being disconnected, she lived for 23 years and was able to practice her religion, although her memory was seriously compromised. So those miracles, in addition to the fact that all of us, all 11 of us who were married, lived with our spouses for all the years, only had one spouse, and both our spouses and ourselves have been Catholic, devout Catholics ever since, and especially devoted to St. Joseph. During a time when the family and fatherhood and faith are being attacked, I think it's especially critical that we increase our devotion to St. Joseph.